I better put a hat on. That's better. What's up, guys? So this thing, you know, as you guys know, or if you've been following me, I've been camping in it pretty much every week for like the last, God, I don't even know how many weeks. I have to go back and count, but I've been in it a lot, and I haven't really cleaned it out since the last time that I redid it, when I rebuilt it. So I need to clean it out, and I need to reorganize it because I got a ton of stuff for Christmas. But before then, I'm just going to show kind of what I got, because I was able to pick up actually a lot of gear for Christmas, and I'm super excited, including this hat, which is actually fleece lined and probably the warmest beanie that I've ever had, which I'm super excited about. But so I'm going to start with these stickers that my wife got me. So this one says adjust your altitude. I think they're reading backwards on camera. And this one says get lost. So I don't know if you guys know this, but for every sticker that you add to your truck, it either adds like more off-road capability or more horsepower. So like right now I'm about to gain 20 horsepower, so, which is pretty cool. These stickers make it so my truck isn't 210 horsepower, but I'm up to like 280. That one's gonna go right there. And then this one, I think I'm gonna place to the side of it right there. So in total now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80 extra horsepower and or off-road capability, which is pretty sick. Oh man, this is a mess and a half in here. See, this is what I'm talking about. I just got to get, this is actually something new though, hold on. So this jacket was not originally intended for me, but it didn't fit who it was intended for. It's a little bit big on me, but it's super warm and dry, so I'm definitely going to keep it in the truck for camping. I mean, you can never be too warm, you know, as the winter, we get a little further into the winter, so. But yeah, I ended up with this jacket as kind of like a bonus, which is super cool. And what's cool is it matches my new sleeping bag. So I got this, it's really nice because it's extra large. My wife got this for me. It's a Teton Sports and it's a 0-degree sleeping bag. So I've been camping and sleeping in the winter without a 0-degree sleeping bag, with something that's like rated for like 45 degrees. So that thing is gonna make a huge difference for me. And if you guys can check it out, it's extra large. It's like the size of my whole truck bed, which is super cool. It's gonna get nice and cozy. So I picked up like a ton of really cool things. Like the level of camping swag that I picked up is just, it's insane. You know, everybody asked me what I wanted, and I basically said, camping stuff, help me outfit my truck. So this I actually ended up with in White Elephant, but this is really cool. It's one of those packs that you can take hiking, and it's got water and like storage for snacks and things like that, which is really nice because this year, or this upcoming year, I'm going to be attempting to run a marathon in October, and this will actually help with that because I can take this both in the truck and I can take it on hikes and things like that, especially when spring comes around. But I can also take it with me when I go on like really long runs. I've trained for a marathon before. I've never hit marathon distance, but I've gotten to the point where I was running 20 miles in a go. And something like this is really, really nice to have with you because you got your water, you can carry like carb packs, carb gels, you know, candy, whatever you need to keep you going in there. So this is really cool. I ended up with this in White Elephant, and that worked out really well. I had like 3 things stolen from me until I got there, and then I got this and nobody stole that. So I got to keep that, which is really cool. This is something that I'm super excited about. So these are rechargeable lanterns. And if you guys watched my video where I was in the snow, well, my batteries started running out in here. And between the lights that I have in here, it takes like 16 AAA batteries to keep all 5 lights going. 15 AAA batteries, math. But these are rechargeable, and they're little lanterns, and they can hang, and it's a 2-pack. So I don't really have to worry about batteries anymore with my lights and my lighting source. I just charge these, throw them in the truck, and these should be good. You know, I don't know. Let's see how long they last. I haven't tested them yet, of course. Weird. It doesn't say runtime on here, but anyway, I mean, between the 2 of them, and they're bright enough that one will light up my whole truck. So they're bright enough that with the 2 of them, whatever, I can throw them in the truck, and these are definitely going to help a lot, and it's going to save on batteries and stuff like that. I'm still going to replace the batteries in the other ones that I have because I like having the colors and that, because you know they can turn red and orange and these are just white. But for a very reliable light source that I don't have to worry about because I know they're going to be charged every time, this is amazing. So I'm super excited about that. To go along, I got this, which is actually pretty cool. So I have a couple power banks to keep like my cell phone charged, right? Because I film all my videos on my cell phone and whatnot. So I have a couple things like that, but I got this one, which actually has a solar panel on it. So this can actually charge itself while I'm out there. So if I ran out of batteries, you know, I have the other power packs to keep my cell phone charged and to keep other things charged. This will actually even charge those lights. These little power banks will charge those lights if I need lights. But this one's really cool because it's solar powered. It comes with a little thing, you can put it on your backpack, and then also a compass. And then what's really nice too is, where's the power button? This one actually has lights. Let's see. Oh, long press. So it actually has lights, and then I think it has like emergency lights on it. Oh, let's see. I'll get it eventually. And then so solar powered, and it has USB ports and everything. So this is really, really cool. So, you know, with all my batteries charged and everything like that, I definitely have enough power to keep me going for a while. And when I do eventually pick up a laptop, when I pick up a camera and I start filming on things like that, a drone maybe, I'd really like to pick up a drone. So I have enough battery packs, and this thing's awesome because it can recharge on its own out there. I don't have to have it plugged into any source in order to recharge it. So as long as I charge that up all the way and I have all my other ones charged up all the way, I really I could be out there probably at this point, you know, out there filming and everything for several days, which is really, really cool. I did get some Dickies socks, performance thermal socks. Having enough dry socks when you're camping, especially like the other day when I was in the cold, you can't beat it. Like you absolutely need socks. So I probably won't even open this yet because I do have a few other pairs, but this is something that's gonna live permanently in my truck. And if I get wet, if it rains, if I need to change my socks, I'm not gonna die of hypothermia because I'm gonna have cold, wet feet. I will always have dry socks in the truck with me. So that's something that's really, really cool. This is something that's really cool. And the other day, you know, I was walking through the woods, and if you guys watched that video, I'm walking through and I'm like, you know, if a bear comes, I'm gonna get eaten. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? I'm gonna get eaten. But I got this it's a bear bell that my wife got me. And I guess you hook it up and it just makes noise. And I think that while you're hiking, especially if you're alone, that noise will keep a bear away from you, or at least let them know and hey, you know what I mean? Because they always say, like, if you come across a bear, you make yourself big, you make a lot of noise. Well, I'll have this on me, and then I can get it and make a lot of noise. It has this magnetic silencer when it's in the bag, so you can't really hear it. And then when it comes out, it makes a lot more noise, so, which is pretty cool. But I'm really happy for that because I can just keep it on my person, or I can put it in my backpack or on my backpack, and I can keep that. This is something else that I'm super excited about. So it's a whistle, but it's got a magnifier, a compass, and what I'm most excited about, because I have not been able to tell the temperature. I haven't been able to tell the temperature when I'm out there. I go based on my phone, and that tells me like what the nearest town or the nearest city is at, but it doesn't tell me where I'm at. And when you're up the mountain, it's a lot different than when you're in the city, when you're in the town, the nearest town. So this one has I don't know if you guys can see it, if that'll focus. It's got a thermometer. So like right now it is 50 degrees. So it's 50 degrees right now. And so I have a thermometer, and I can take this and I can take it outside and it'll tell me, or I can take it inside the truck and it'll tell me, and it actually goes down to -20 degrees. So this would have been really nice the other night to be able to document just how cold it was, because it was friggin' freezing, especially in the morning. It's a lot colder in the mornings. So I got some hand warmers, which, like, when you're out there and you're filming, and I can't wear gloves when I'm filming because I have to be able to feel the phone and feel the camera, and I have to be able to press the buttons and everything. Your hands get really cold, especially if you're holding the camera up, wind's whipping around. Like, my hands got so cold the other day that I like, they couldn't open. They just would not go. So this is really nice because I can pop one of these, put it in my jacket pocket, do my filming, get my hands back in my pockets, and then keep myself warm. So, which is really cool. I didn't realize I got this much stuff until I started doing this video. I got a knife. I just got a little knife that I can keep on me, and it's pretty nice. So this is something that is going to become a permanent addition to inside the truck. It's just going to keep it in here with my gear and put it on me, and I can use it for tons and tons of different things. Of course, you always need a good knife, so it's nice to have a knife. You know, you can probably never have enough. So if I had 10 of these in the truck, you know, I'd be pretty happy. I could probably keep that. I got this, which is a multi-tool, but it's something, I've never seen this before. I've never seen a multi-tool like this before, because like usually when I think of a multi-tool, I think of like a Leatherman, and a Leatherman typically you open up and it has like needle nose pliers and everything else like that. Well, this one, let's see if I can unlock it. This one has little pliers, but it's a hammer. It's a little tiny hammer. So you can hammer things, you have pliers, and then inside of it, of course, there's a saw, a knife, a little Phillips head screwdriver, and then a file with like another saw in it. So this thing is pretty cool. Like I said, I've never seen a multi-tool that has had a hammer and kind of comes like that. So this thing is pretty awesome, and I'm really excited about it. And again, this is just another one of those things that will just become a permanent addition. It's just gonna live in my gearbox, and you never know when you're gonna need something like this, and it's just really nice to have. So I'm excited about that. This I'm really excited for, and this is a Frypan set. But what I like about it, I guess I can get rid of the box now, is everything fits inside the pan. So let's see if I can get this better. So inside the pan, I've got a spatula, I've got spoons, forks, I've got plates, I've got a little leather or rubber mat, I guess. I can use it to grab the handle, or I can use it to place the pan on. But this is going to be really nice for cooking, because I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with me. If not, if this is your first time watching, hey, I'm James. Thanks for coming in. But if you have been watching me, I cook with cast iron a lot, and I cook on an open fire a lot, which is fine. It's good, but cast iron is kind of a pain in the butt. So it's nice to have like a non-stick, and it's just nice to have a pan like that as opposed to cast iron. It's a lot lighter, it's a lot easier. I'll probably end up using this set more than anything else that I have in the truck. And then this one is actually one of those utility shovels. It's a folding shovel. So up until now, I have only had like almost like a garden spade. It's foldable, but it's like a garden spade, and it's not a very good sized shovel. So this is going to be a lot better in order to like dig a fire pit, or I can use this to snuff out a fire, to put out a fire, you know, when you got to throw dirt and stuff on it. So this is my first time opening it, and I'm going to have to figure out exactly how it works, which may be an off-camera thing, so I don't get too embarrassed. So it is a folding shovel though, which is really cool. And I think eventually I'll figure it out. Right? Eventually. There we go. So it actually just loosens up like that, and then you can tighten it back down, and then I believe that even the handle is telescopic. So the handle's telescopic, and then this is kind of what it looks like outside of its sheath. So I guess I can tighten that back down more, and that'll keep it stable. It's even got like sharpened blades. So it's actually got a blade on it. So I could use it to, if I needed to, which is really cool. So this is actually really awesome. And I love the fact that it collapses, because I don't have like the biggest truck. I don't have a roof rack. There's a lot of things that I don't have that make foldable things like this come in really handy, right? So something like this is really, really nice. Put the sheath back on. But that's really cool. And then this is the last thing in this little bag. I still have a couple more things though that I need to show you guys, but I got this, which is gonna be really cool. And it's a magazine, Backwoods Survival Guide. So it's got self-reliance strategies, wilderness skills, and cold weather necessities in it. And this will be really nice to look at. I can use my new lanterns and I can kind of read in the back of the truck the next time that I go out, which I'm hoping maybe will be New Year's weekend, like maybe New Year's Day is a Saturday, maybe Saturday to Sunday I can go out and try all this stuff. If not, it will be the week after. Just because like, as much as I want to go camping and as much as I want to film videos and I want to build out this YouTube and stuff like that, it'll never take precedence or priority over family and just seeing my family and things like that. So I did also get a very large thermos. This is another like Stanley brand thermos, and this is going to be really nice because it holds hot temperature or hot water up to 24 hours. So I could actually, if I filled this up at like 3 p.m., I could technically have hot water or hot tea or hot chocolate or hot coffee, which I have not been drinking, but I have coffee with me. But yeah, so I could have hot coffee with me in the morning, which definitely goes underrated when you go camping, especially when you're by yourself and it's super cold. You're not going to start a fire in the morning, so you're not going to cook or anything like that to get hot water going. Being able to just have it with me and keep it in the truck or throw it in the sleeping bag to keep me warm or whatever the situation is, that's going to come in really handy and really nice, because when you're out there alone, the little niceties like that, like having a little bit of comfort, is really, really cool. So I got this bad boy. So I now have a propane powered actual cooktop that I can just kind of rest on the back of my truck, on my tailgate, and I can cook with. So if you guys have been watching, you know, I cook on an open fire most of the time. And then I have that little backpacking stove that I've cooked on where I almost burned my truck down. Almost started the roof on fire. But this is really nice because it's going to give me like a nice flat. I'm not going to take it out of the box, I don't think. You guys know what a camping stove is if you watched it, but I have this camping stove. And so I have a nice flat solid surface with a burner. I can use that. I can use this frying pan. It's just going to make cooking out there a hell of a lot easier than it has been for me. That I'm very, very excited for. So this says that the left side will hold a 12-inch skillet and the right side will hold a 10-inch skillet, which is plenty. I always cook for one, so no worries. And this came with a propane canister. So I have several. I have probably like 4 of these little green propane canisters laying around, but this came with an extra one, so I'll be able to cook for a little while on it at least. And then I always have the option to cook on an open fire if I need to. And this is my big present here. This is the biggest one, and this is a Jackery. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a Jackery is essentially they market themselves as an electric generator. And this is something you can hook up if you buy the solar kit. This doesn't come with the solar kit, but if you buy the solar kit, you can recharge it with solar. So you can have a generator and a power source. But what's really cool is, let's get this out here. So this comes with outlets, and what I'm going to use this for, at least in the winter time, and I'll probably use it for the same thing in the summertime, but the opposite, right? What I'm going to use this for is, this will probably power a tiny little 300-watt ceramic heater for most of the night. So I can actually have a little electric heater in the back of the truck with me.
And then in the summertime, this will power a little tiny fan, like a little tiny little box fan for most of the night. So if it gets too hot, I can have the box fan on and circulate air. So I'll probably be using this mostly for that. Like I said, I got a bunch of power banks to charge all my other things, but this is going to be able to power just whatever you can plug in. And this thing will even run this little one. This is their, it's not their smallest, it's their second from the smallest. This little one will power a 30-inch TV. It'll power it for like 5 hours. So like if I wanted to, I could totally bring you know, something like that. I'm not going to, but you know, this will charge up my Switch, like my little Nintendo Switch that I have. If that dies, this can charge that. This can run whatever you can plug in. And that's really, really cool. And that will come, this will definitely come in handy as I step up and I start getting things like laptops and drones and other cameras and things like that. So that is it, I believe. So as you guys can tell, so I ended up with all of this gear, and now I have to figure out how to get it into the truck. So this has gone on a lot longer than I had anticipated for it to go on. So this is just gonna be its own video, and I might make a video where I'm reorganizing the truck and talking about that. I might just do it and then you guys see it in the next video, how I put everything away. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. Leave a comment down below what your favorite gift was, or if you got anything that really stood out to you guys, or if you're really excited about the Christmas that you had. Everything that I got, I can use, and I intend to use, and that's really, really cool. So I can use everything that I got, and I'm really excited for it. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate you for stopping in, and other than that, that's it for this video. Peace, guys.